I'm going to use my finance degree and go start a business or get a normal job and live a peaceful life back at home in America.
Johnny Somali, he can't go get a regular job now. He can't go do anything else. He has no skills. He has nothing else. He has no money.
I think if I get sent to prison again, I'm going to go psycho. There's no more Ramsey at that point. I feel like
What is his life now? What is his life now? Where is he going to go? What other country can he stream in? Yeah, I will see you in the jail cell.
Now he's finding out actions have consequences. Guilty to 6 of the 8 charges so far and could face up to 20 years in prison for those alone.
Minimum and maximum sentences, sometimes upwards of decades. This man is in big trouble.
Guys, Johnny Somali has now completely destroyed his own career. Yes, that's correct. Even if he somehow managed to escape South Korea, which is nearly impossible, people would still be asking, does Johnny Somali even have a career left? The reality is he doesn't. He may not be that old yet, but his time in the spotlight is already finished. We've seen plenty of influencers who bounce back even after serving long sentences. Take Wes Watson, for instance. He spent 10 years in a California prison, then returned to build $1 million brand as an alpha male coach. But does Johnny Somali have that same chance? The answer is no. Officially, nothing is left for him anymore. So let's break this down fully in the video. As you already know, Johnny Somali is facing huge backlash in South Korea right now. At present, he's been hit with 6 criminal charges, which almost guarantee at least 5 years behind bars. On top of that, there are 2 charges involving deep fakes, where he has entered a not guilty plea. This entire situation has turned into a massive problem, and people everywhere are talking about it. Some are even warning that Johnny Somali could end up facing as much as 20 years in prison if things turn worse.
Johnny Somali, he films himself traveling abroad being a massive a-hole for views, and now he's finding out actions have consequences. He's been stuck in South Korea since December, and he's now pled guilty to 6 of the 8 charges so far and could face up to 20 years in prison for those alone.
So think about it. Why did Johnny Somali do all of this? Was he acting completely on his own? Absolutely not. Much of it was orchestrated by Hanku, who later washed his hands of the crimes and pretended he wasn't involved. And remember, Hanku even announced he plans to move to China in 2026. Conveniently the same time Johnny Somali will be fully imprisoned. It's obvious Hank used Johnny Somali. And maybe Somali also tried to use Hank for his own strategy. Either way, one thing is undeniable. Both manipulated situations, both committed crimes, and both deserve to face the consequences.
Right? But like Trevecki did percussion says for 2 Canadian, I'm not a lawyer, but I think Ramsey is salamied, right? Yes, he indeed is. He indeed is. That is a factual statement. That look, even if Ramsey, let's pretend that Ramsey gets away with a little bit of time behind bars, maybe a couple months. Let's pretend in a magical world that's not going to exist. Let's pretend he gets like 3 months in a Korean prison, 3 months in a Korean prison, and a huge fine, and he gets out. What is his life now? What is his life now? Where is he going to go? What other country can he stream in? What other India? He said India. Good luck with that, bro. Good luck with that. Come down here to Southeast Asia. Yeah, I will see you in the jail cell, right?
As you just heard from legal analysts, if Johnny Somali tries to move to another Asian country or anywhere else after his prison term, it won't be easy for him. Let's be clear, this is only a hypothetical situation. In reality, South Korea won't even allow him to leave for at least the next 3 years. And even if by some chance he did manage to leave, nobody can predict how South Korean authorities would respond to that. For now, one thing is obvious. Johnny Somali cannot freely go anywhere. Legal experts have also highlighted another major problem. Johnny Somali has no real skill set. He can't secure a proper job, and surviving on his own will be nearly impossible.
We already saw that with the one minor streamer down here who was messing around, and as soon as I called him out, not only did he go silent, but he fled to another country because he knew the heat was on him, and the people were looking for him. People were looking for him, if you know what I'm saying. We all know. Right? So people are learning FAFO. And Johnny Somali, he can't go get a regular job now. He can't go do anything else. He has no skills. He has nothing else. He has no money, no clout. He's going to be irrelevant. He's replaced. He was always replaceable. The only thing he's fun for now is how long he's going to be in the fields. And then he's done. His life is done.
And honestly, That's why legal experts are right. In reality, Johnny Somali is finished. Survival has become nothing more than an impossible dream because there's almost no path forward for him. There were ideas like Hanku planning to help him or Johnny Somali considering moving to China after his prison time. But the truth is clear. Nobody is willing to stand with Johnny Somali anymore. He may end up spending all his remaining years in prison. And even if he somehow vanished from the internet completely, it wouldn't matter. The creators and the general public already agree on one point. Johnny Somali's career is officially over.
He is in big trouble. The last time we checked in on him, he was trying to leave South Korea, but now it's been months and he has not been allowed to leave. He is banned from traveling. He's banned from leaving the country. This man has racked up charge after charge after charge after charge. And it's not just silly stuff like being annoying by carrying a dirty fish around the street. It's serious charges that carry minimum and maximum sentences, sometimes upwards of decades. This man is in big trouble.
As you can see, both the general public and experts agree. Johnny Somali realistically has no way to fight back. His career in South Korea is essentially finished. But here's the question. What were Johnny Somali's own intentions before all of this unfolded? What did he himself say? If you recall, Johnny Somali once stated that if he somehow managed to escape, he wouldn't go after Cloud anymore. Instead, he claimed he would look for a normal job. In fact, there's video proof of him saying exactly that.
Even if I did shut it off and say I quit this Johnny Somali character, I'm just gonna go back to being Ramsey. I'm gonna use my finance degree and go start a business or get a normal job and live a peaceful life back at home in America. I feel like I've had so many experiences that have been life-changing, and the resiliency it's given me, like really what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I've been through a lot of shit. And I feel like if I quit, what was the point of it?
But the reality is, everyone already knows Johnny Somali cannot be trusted. His talk about changing his ways simply isn't believable. It's hard to take his words seriously. Remember at the start of this video, Wes Watson was mentioned as an example. He served 10 years in prison and still managed to build millions in wealth and fame. Now compare that to Johnny Somali. He talks about having gained life-changing experience and all that. But let's be honest, there's no certainty he won't attempt something like launching a streaming agency for beginners if he runs out of options. Could it happen? Maybe, but at this moment that chance is extremely slim. And don't forget, Johnny Somali himself once admitted that if he ends up in a South Korean prison, he probably won't survive it easily.
I think if I get sent to prison again, I'm gonna go psycho. if. And I think at that point, there's no more Ramsey at that point. I feel like I'll go f***ing crazy.
To be honest, it's unclear whether Johnny Somali will even manage to survive prison life. Remember, he once bragged about escaping multiple prisons before and claimed he had no fear of it. He even tried to label himself as bipolar or suffering from CTE. But let's be real, this is nothing more than another act. These claims are just part of his ongoing attempt to manipulate the audience. By now, that's become very obvious.
I feel like I have some kind of CTE. Not only am I bipolar, but now I feel like I have some kind of CTE. How many times I've been punched in the head? Maybe it affected the part of my brain that has like the self-preservation or the fear part, you know? Because I'm really not scared of anything. There's a fear of the unknown. I've been in foreign prison before, and if I have to do it again, I will.
So, to wrap it all up, Johnny Somali's career is completely finished. He has already destroyed his reputation, and there's no possible way for him to return to his old streaming lifestyle. Even if by some miracle he did make a comeback, he could never regain the level of influence he once had. Whether he escapes prison, pays a fine, or finds another loophole doesn't really matter. The conclusion is clear. His career as a creator is officially dead. So, what are your thoughts on this whole situation? Share your opinions in the comments below.